Good morning. Are you addicted to stimulants? No, I don't mean cocaine. I don't mean crack. What I mean is, are you addicted to things that stimulate your mind, like most of the people in this world? Now, I'm not talking about, again, things like Ritalin. And maybe I'll explain things here a little bit. Why does Ritalin, a stimulant, help people with ADHD? How does it help people that are rushing in their minds? How does something that pushes them upward, a stimulant, help calm them? Well, what a stimulant does in that situation is it actually brings focus. And instead of a confused mind popping up all over the place, a person is able to focus on one thing. And that is helpful. Having said that, stimulants also increase anxiety over time. They increase anxiety over time. So what are common stimulants today? I asked if you were an addict, and I don't know what you answered, but TV is a very, very common stimulant. Music is also a type of stimulant. And the problem with these stimulants is that, yes, they get your mind going. The problem with them is that a lot of people use them to relax. A lot of people say, I'm just going to kick back and watch a TV show. I'm just going to kick back and watch the game. I'm just going to kick back and listen to some music. And depending on the music, a lot of music and almost all TV doesn't slow you down. It actually ramps you up. So like Ritalin, if your mind is already focus on 1,000 things at once, it can bring your focus to one thing, which actually does feel calming. But it is stimulating your mind long term and causes more anxiety long term. So here's what I want you to do, and I'm going to give a very simple action step today. What I want you to do is practice focusing. Actually, I can give you two things here. One is that I'll tell you to practice focusing on something. If you focus on one thing, your brain, like a muscle, it's not the same as a muscle because it's not a muscle, but it's similar. Like a muscle, if you train your mind to focus on one thing, that it will grow stronger with the ability to focus on one thing. So that will take away all the distraction around you. Instead of having 1,000 things pop up in your phone all the time, turn off all your notifications. It's a very simple way to start calming your mind and focus on one thing. On the other hand, there's another thing that I'd like you to do, and I'd like you to practice relaxing in a way that is actually relaxing for your mind. So here are a few ideas. One is cut out screen time at certain times of the day. So what screens do, I've got a screen very close to me here. What screens do is they actually stimulate the cells in your eyes to wake you up. It's similar to when the sun rises in the day and wakes people up. So turning off your screen for a period of time can be very, very relaxing for most people. And another thing that's extremely relaxing that a lot of people just don't do is go for a walk. I actually just came back from a walk. I often go for a walk in the mornings. Go for a quick walk, 10, 15 minutes. It's all you need sometimes to calm your mind, bring it all back down. Your mind might whir a little bit while you're doing it, but using your body will calm your mind a little bit and you'll be able to sit back down. If you've got a park or you've got some green space, spend time in that green space. These activities are restful. Even just laying back in your chair for 5 minutes and closing your eyes and focusing on one idea, that's actually extremely calming. We've got a lot of our brain that takes in input from our eyes and translates that input. So if you're closing your eyes, you're receiving less input, which means you are able to relax a lot more. A large part of your brain is able to relax. So two steps. One is practice focusing. And you can focus, simple exercise. Focus on one thing for 10 seconds. Focus on one idea. Focus on the flame of a candle. Focus on a dot on a wall. Focus on anything. Focus on your breathing for 10 seconds. And simply increase that over time. Every time you do it 2-3 times a day. Every time you do it, increase by 5 or 10 seconds. Once you're up to 4, 5, 6 minutes, you're going to start feeling a calming effect with that. Once you're up to 10, 20, 30 minutes, it will be like meditation. It'll be extremely calming to you. And I don't think anyone needs to go that far if you don't believe you have the time. But people who do this tend to do it a lot more because it's so relaxing. And the other side was practice relaxing activities. Instead of stimulating activities, practice relaxing activities. Short term, it may be frustrating in some ways. Long term, it will pay huge dividends. You've got this.